Choosing Prague as your holiday destination is a no-brainer, but picking a place to stay in the city of 100 spires can be quite a task. Today I'm gonna share my top picks for accommodations in Prague, as well as some tips for your stay. But before that, let's find out what is the best area to stay in Prague for you. Gotta be careful with this one, precious cargo. Most people would want to stay in Prague city center. Simple, right? But Prague city center is one of the biggest historical areas protected by UNESCO, which has very distinct neighborhoods: Old Town, Lesser Town, Castle District, and the New Town. So let's have a closer look at all of them. Old Town is the most popular area among tourists. This is where the majority of Prague's iconic sites is located. On the flip side, Old Town can be expensive and crowded. Most restaurants, cafes and bars in the Old Town have higher prices than the average. If you want to find out how much will your Prague vacation cost, you can check out this video. And since most of the tourist sites, clubs and attractions are located in the Old Town, it can get really busy. Like, really busy. So if you want to stay here but also have some peace and quiet, make sure your hotel is tucked away on some calm street, preferably with the windows of your room facing the courtyard. Otherwise you will hear this the whole night. Just across the river from the Old Town we have the Lesser Town. And even though these two places might look a bit similar, they are very different. I want you to think of the Old Town as your party friend who is always drinking and having fun, and of the Lesser Town as your friend who prefers to read books, drink wine and have deep philosophical discussions. Lesser Town is a quaint little quarter squeezed between Prague Castle and Prague 5 district, which I'm gonna mention later. It is very beautiful, very picturesque and absolutely exhausting to climb at times. Lesser Town is sitting right on the slope, so if your hotel is close to the tram station or the riverbank, no problem. But if it's closer to the Prague Castle, prepare to suffer going uphill. Price-wise, Lesser Town probably has the most luxurious hotels. It is also the quarter where a lot of embassies and governmental buildings are located, which ensures safety and quietness at night. Stag parties usually don't make it here, because this area doesn't have any clubs. Very close to the Lesser Town is the Castle District. Obviously, you can't stay in the Prague Castle itself, but you can stay in the Castle District. Much like the Lesser Town, Castle District area is also difficult to reach as it's sitting on top of a hill, and it's also a very quiet area at night, thanks to all the ministries, military barracks and other official organizations which keep all the noise away. This area is very pretty, but if you get creeped out by the silence at night, perhaps look for a livelier place. And we have just the place for you, New Town. New Town is a huge area, so we have to get more specific with explaining it. You can stay at the Wenceslas Square. This square has a lot of hotels, but bear in mind that it's very lively, even at night. A lot of trading going on there. There are quieter area in the New Town, for example, St. Peter's Quarter or the area around Vyšehrad. Around Charles Square and the Dancing House is also nice, but make sure not to stay on the main road, as it can get quite noisy. Locals treat Prague Historical City Center as an amusement park. They only come here from time to time when they really want to have fun. And it takes a special person to work here on a daily basis. And because locals don't really come here and also don't really live here, that led to Prague's Historical City Center becoming like a tourist desert. That is perhaps why a lot of tourists prefer to stay outside of the city center, you know, to be closer to locals and see the real life. We have a lot to talk about here. Prague has 22 districts. Prague 1 is the city center, which includes all the neighborhoods we've discussed already. But there are 21 other areas, and most of them I don't recommend for staying, because they're just too far. Yes, Prague isn't a huge city, and you can get away with using public transport if you want to stay on the outskirts. But why? Yes, you might save money if you stay in Jižní Město, but you will waste your time commuting anyway. So unless you have a good reason to stay far away from the center, like living near the golf course or getting mugged on your way to Dubravka, don't stay in the peripheries. So here are the neighborhoods which are close enough to the city center, so it will be convenient for you to stay. Vinohrady, bougie, expat, laid-back area of Prague. Žižkov and Karlín, artsy, bohemian, a bit trashy, lots of bars. Holešovice, hipster hub, lots of galleries and hangout spots. Smíchov, convenient, nice area, but not around Andil station or the train station. I can also recommend Davice neighborhood, but since it's located in a huge district, Prague 6, it can take quite a while to commute to the city center. In order to avoid that, remember this. Our biggest tip for booking hotel or rental outside of the city center is making sure that you will have a metro stop right near you, because even if you stay in the periphery, as long as it's near some metro station, it will take you just 20 minutes to get from the last stop of the metro to the city center. However, if the only means of transport that will get you to the city center is a bus, it can get much longer than that, so we don't really recommend it. And finally, to our hotel recommendations. There's so many hotels in Prague, but we were picking based on our personal experience. And to make it super easy for you guys to find all the hotels, we wrote an article where we summarized all of them and divided them based on the area where they are located. We have chosen these specific hotels based on our personal experience. We either had some clients in the past who stayed there and liked it, or some friends and family who loved it as well. This is not an advertisement. In fact, these hotels don't even know that we have chosen to recommend them. The links we provided in this article are affiliate links, which means we will be receiving a small commission if you choose to book through them. This will really help us a lot, guys, because in case you haven't noticed, we haven't had paid anything on this channel, no affiliate, no advertisements, no promotions, because we didn't think it fits the theme of what we are doing. But this time around it is different because we had the first-hand experience with these hotels, and again, they have no clue we are recommending them. Oh yeah, and what's in a suitcase? Okay guys, thank you for watching this video, and as always, we will see you in our next one. Bye!